It was a sunny Saturday afternoon when I noticed something unusual on my ranch security feed. Karen, as usual, had decided to escalate her HOA antics. This time, she had cut a section of my fence and was throwing a party right on my property. What she didn't know was that this fence wasn't just decorative. It was the boundary keeping my trained bulls safely contained. Her reckless party had unknowingly put herself and her guests in immediate danger. Through the live security feed, I saw Karen and several HOA members marching through the gap in the fence, laughing and carrying coolers, while one of them carried a portable speaker blasting music. She had brought decorations, balloons, and banners, acting as if she were hosting some kind of official HOA event on MY land. Every step she took was being captured by high-resolution cameras I had installed specifically for situations like this. I activated the PA system and addressed the intruders calmly but firmly. "Karen, you are trespassing on private property. Step back immediately. You are endangering yourself and your guests by entering a restricted area containing trained bulls. Leave now, or law enforcement will be contacted." Karen predictably ignored the warning. She laughed, waving her phone in the air, live streaming her supposed victory to other HOA members. The partygoers continued to stream across the ranch, oblivious to the danger that lurked beyond the fence. I decided it was time to escalate safely. I contacted the local sheriff's department, explaining that there were trespassers on my property in immediate danger from my bulls. While deputies were en route, I activated a series of automated safety measures I had installed around the herd. Gates locked automatically, signaling my trained bulls to retreat to a secure pasture, while warning lights flashed to alert intruders of the restricted area. Karen's face turned pale as she noticed the bulls in the distance, massive animals with glinting eyes and powerful muscle. Her confident party guests froze as the animals slowly approached the area near the fence cut. My bulls, trained to respond to perimeter breaches, positioned themselves strategically, displaying an unmistakable presence that made further trespassing unthinkable. When deputies arrived, they found Karen and her guests cowering near the party area, surrounded by the safe but intimidating presence of my trained bulls. Karen tried to explain, stammering that the HOA had rights to host events and that she didn't know about the bulls. The deputies reviewed property deeds, security footage, and wildlife/bull containment documentation, immediately concluding that Karen and her HOA party had trespassed illegally. I walked onto the scene, calm but authoritative, holding the legal documentation for my property and the bulls. "Ma'am," I said, "you are trespassing and endangering yourself and others. These animals are trained for security purposes, and you have ignored repeated warnings. Any further attempt to trespass will result in legal action." Karen was escorted off the property, and the HOA board was notified immediately. Her privileges were permanently revoked, and the party equipment was confiscated. Neighbors who witnessed the situation were astonished at the audacity and recklessness of her actions. What she had intended as a show of authority turned into public humiliation and a permanent legal record of trespassing and endangerment. By the end of the day, my bulls were safely back in their enclosure, the fence repaired, and Karen's overreach thoroughly documented. Her party had achieved nothing except proving, once again, that attempting to assert HOA authority on private property could have dangerous consequences. Karen had thought cutting the fence and throwing a party would assert HOA control. Instead, she triggered law enforcement intervention, created detailed legal evidence, and permanently lost HOA privileges, all while my property and guests remained fully protected. Karen tried to use the HOA to throw a party on my ranch. Instead, she learned firsthand that rogue HOA members cannot interfere with private property or endanger themselves without facing immediate legal and personal consequences.